Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is obviously going to be about the proxies here on the Duramax. Now, the reason we're kind of mixing it up, getting away from the usual vlog build style with the Cateye and burnout truck and stuff like that is, as tradition has it, I've done a review video on every single tire that I've put on these trucks. The Cateye, the Duramax had the same tires originally as the Cateye, but all the ones we've run through on here I've done a video on, so I don't want the proxies to be an exception. And the reason I don't want it to be an exception is I'm exceedingly happy with these tires, so let me tell you why. So before I get started, Cateye video coming soon, a little update on that. We worked on it some more and ran into some different issues. So that's where we're at with that right now. Like I said, there was going to be more problems with that than we knew. And you saw skid mark is still over there underneath the cover thing. The engine tear down will start on that soon. But Toyo Proxes STs. Now we're gonna get the two people here on this video. We're gonna get the "you are an idiot for running street tires on your truck." Well, I might get a couple different people. You're going to get the people that are going, "Why are you running a street tire on a heavy duty truck?" Then we're going to get the people that say, "It looks BA." I'll answer all those questions for you. So Toyo Proxes, the reason that I did them on the Duramax here, the Duramax is legitimately a pavement princess. It's the work truck of all this. It pulls the gooseneck, it pulls all these trucks around. It sees more highway than any of these. These are around town fun, on the track, burnout, whatever else. The Duramax is the one that goes up and down the road pulling these trucks everywhere or taking me to work every day. And that's the reason I went with a quieter tire. The Toyo Open Country RTs that I had on here before, on this specific truck, on this application, rode awful. And it wasn't the tires' fault entirely. They were 12 ply, load rated, 35 1250s. Part of the reason why, it's also a 3/4 ton. It rides pretty rigid, but when I put these tires on here, I realized that the truck didn't actually ride as rigid as I thought. A lot of it was the tires. So these are a 33 1250 basically. I think they're the metric equivalent because they're a 22. Yeah, 305 45 22, basically the metric equivalent of a 33 12 wide here on a 22-inch rim. Now I've had these on here for going on 2 months now, something right around in there, and I've put about 2,000 miles on them. They're still new, as you see. There's very little gone off of them, very little burnouts on them too, so they still look really good. But the first thing I want to say about them, quiet, beyond belief quiet. I've gotten really used to the road noise of the RTs on this truck. The Cateye had the open country RTs. You know, I had mud tires in the past on the Cateye. I even would dare to say that skid marks tires, which is hard to hear them over the exhaust, but if you're coasting, you can hear the tires on that truck more than I can these, and these are huge. They're really quiet. Now, one thing that the biggest concern that I had with them was, how do they do on like gravel dirt? Now I want to show you my driveway down into the shop is up a hill. It's up a gravel hill. It actually gets a little bit steeper as you go up through there. Now my problem is say I come down here and hook up to this gooseneck and it's empty. If it's empty, there's very little tongue weight on the truck. It's basically just having to tug the trailer along. With the RTs pulling this trailer up that hill, it would actually start to spin a little bit as I went up. It would do it, but it would be spinning and gripping and stuff like that with the RTs. Now, they were a little bit worn out, but even back when I first got the truck and they were pretty new, they still had a problem getting up there for some reason. Believe it or not, these street tires do better going up this driveway alone and with that trailer than the RTs did prior. So that's saying something for them. Of course, the truck's Z71, it's got a locker and everything, so it's not like you're going to get stuck or nothing with them. But just the fact that I can tell that it doesn't spin like it did before with these tires is a big bonus. Now, the next thing, rain. So in the rain, in the wet, usually just about any pickup truck is going to have it spinning if you're going up a hill, if you goose it or whatever. That truck is the world's worst for it. The Cateye was always a menace in the rain. It just was awful, no matter what tires I put on it. Now the Duramax was always good because it's so heavy. It weighs 8,000 pounds almost, so there was plenty of weight to keep to put down on these tires to get you some traction. But the Proxes, I gotta tell you, I can actually get on it harder with these tires in the rain than I ever could before. Now, that's unfair comparison. Reason being is this thing is really designed to siphon water out. You can see the design, and an RT is not. And I keep talking about an RT. Let me go show you guys one so you know what I'm talking about on what was on the Duramax before. Got Chris's Mustang still in here. Hey, don't forget to go follow the TikTok, No Bottles 50. But this is a Toyo Open Country RT. These are the Cateye wheels. There's the tread pattern before. That's what was on the Duramax. So that is a crossover between an all-terrain and a mud terrain. And they're pretty good on the street, but not that great. They're definitely more of a show-off tire off-road and stuff like that. They did awesome in the snow. Those RTs are great in the snow for anybody that's concerned about snow. Now, I haven't been able to go through snow in this, and here where I'm at in Virginia, we don't actually get that much snow. So that wasn't a gigantic concern for me. My biggest concern was I wanted the ride quality back. I wanted it to be quiet, and I wanted good on-road traction. You know, I could nail this truck with the old tires and start spinning, you know, but I mean, that's to be had with the amount of power that this truck makes. But you've got to work to get those things to break loose now. These Proxes are impressive. Now, I know you're not supposed to tow on them. They tell you you're not. Well, I'd be lying if I said that we didn't. We've towed right much on these wheels and tires. I think the furthest we've went was a 4-hour round trip with the burnout truck on the gooseneck. So not an excessive amount of weight. I would, if I legitimately pulled like big weight, and by big weight I'm talking 10,000 or above, I would probably have reconsidered doing this street tire. That would definitely be pushing it with the tongue weight and everything off the gooseneck. So the big points I want to get home, I'm gonna make this short and brief. If you're looking at the Toyo Proxes ST, it's a good looking tire, great on-road traction. Of course, it's a street tire, but don't let it fool you. It does great off-road too, just light off-road. I'm not talking about mud. Of course, not talking about mud, but just out here on the gravel and in the light dirt or whatever, they do just fine. I have absolutely no complaints with them. And I've actually went through, part of my yard stays really damp, and I can go through it no problem. On the really kind of muddy, wet grass going through there, it doesn't have a problem going through that. I know even some all-terrains like Terra grapplers can get stuck in wet grass situations. I've seen it firsthand. So overall, extraordinarily happy with the Toyo Proxes ST. If you're looking into getting them, they're very affordable. I think this whole set you could buy for like $900 on custom offsets. So cheap tire per se, still a good tire. But very affordable, very good tire. It is soft. You're going to wear them out faster. You're not going to get the mileage out of this tire that you will something that's a lot harder like a Terra Grappler or that RT. But you know, for the price point, they're really hard to beat. And I'm going to go on a limb and say you boys don't actually put that many miles on your truck. I put a lot of miles on that truck, but when you actually sit back and look at it, it's still not that much because I split it up amongst these trucks. So you're going to be fine. If you only get 20,000 miles out of this tire, you got your money's worth out of it, unless you're going up and down the road. The majority of you don't. You just stay around town. You know, you may take your annual trip down to Myrtle Beach or Daytona, but that's once a year, let's face it. So that's all I got to say about the Toyo Proxes ST. Definitely worth the buy. Definitely will buy again, 100%. I'm sure I'll eat these tires up within another year and a half, and that's all right. I think I'll buy another set just because I like them that much at this point. If I wasn't so obsessed with running 35s on the Cateye, I would put them on the Cateye too, but I've got to run 35s because it's got the 4-inch lift kit. It just wouldn't look right with 33s. So that's all I got for you guys today. I had to do a tire review video for you because we've always done one here on the channel. So appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for the Cateye. We're going to be back on that. Burnout trucks, engine rebuild coming back up, and thanks to the Duramax, always out here looking good. You guys know I eventually will do more to this truck, but like I said, it is the daily. It's wild enough. It's quite fast, very quick. It looks good. It sounds good. It's a great truck. I absolutely love it to death. And I'm content with where it's at right now. So just the wheels and tires for now. Maybe we'll talk about some pipe in a turbo later on, but that's in a whole nother video way off in the future. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you watching. Take care. Have a great day.